We're looking at a Rain-Flo 2550 mulch layer. What it does is it builds the bed, puts down drip tape, either one or two rows of drip tape, and puts either black, any plastic mulch you want, black or white or silver, and covers the edges all in one operation. So it's ingenious that way. It's on a raised bed, you could adjust the height of the raised bed, or you could even have it flat ground. We do a raised bed, and we found that it does, year over year, it'll increase production. It's a great machine, very low maintenance. I don't find hardly any farm equipment to be expensive except brand new tractors. Specialized farm equipment is appropriately priced for what you're getting and the labor saving. And if you take care of it, 20 years later, you could get at least half of your money back, if not more. Sometimes I've sold pieces that I've had for 30 years, and I sold it for what I paid 30 years ago. So it's hard to beat that. So the mulch layer, bed builder mulch layer is a great machine, and I find Rain-Flo to be really the Cadillac of that genre. There are other makers that make some less expensive machines, and they'll do okay, but for utility and flexibility, the Rain-Flo is hard to beat. And I do have the Road Track, which is an automatic leveler that if on a side hill, it prevents the machine from slipping down below the tractor, so it keeps it perfectly perpendicular to the tractor, which is very important when you go to plant with a tractor or cultivate or anything like that. It was over $4,000. My machine now is about 10 years old, but I don't think it's gone up that much in price. I think with the Road Track, I also have, I didn't mention, there's a fertilizer hopper on that as well. So I'm putting down in the bed like 1,200 pounds of fertilizer per acre, and you can adjust the rate. And it's all stainless steel, it's worth it. And that's an expensive add-on. I think it might have been $900 just for that add-on. But again, it's stainless steel and it's worth it. So let's say I've got, roughly say it's $5,000 or $5,400 plus shipping for that machine. And if you compare it to haying equipment, you realize that specialized vegetable farming stuff is really a bargain, and it's going to last you, if it doesn't last you 20 years, then you're doing something wrong. And the labor savings on that is so easy to see, and the increase in production is so easy to see that it's really one of those no-brainers. So very few people regret buying them. Sometimes you do find them used. Some people decide after a few years it doesn't fit their system, or they're changing what they grow, and for whatever reason. But no one ever got rid of it saying it's a piece of crap. You could just, and I do use it just to make a raised bed with drip lines in it, but most of the time I'm putting down plastic. I've saved so many farmers from a life of drudgery, of weeding by hand and not getting onion crops or garlic crops or squash crops because they've lost it to weeds. You go to plastic and you're going to eliminate 90% of the weeding and the heartache, and you're going to easily double your yields over non-plastic growing on many crops. Plastic's not a miracle. I mean, it is a miracle. But nobody loves plastic. I don't like using plastic, but I like being in business. And it just allowed me to stay in business I've been doing this for 50 years. And drip tapes use 1/10 of the water. We're saving water, but for me, and on my land, which is very hilly and prone to erosion at times, black plastic has been a conservation tool. Field preparation is vital. You want to have as well tilled soil as you can, no lumps of sod. It's not impossible to lay plastic on a lumpy field, but you're not going to like yourself. So you want to have well prepared soil for laying the mulch.